Hey, Julie, happy birthday. Sending along a special video birthday message at the request this year of Kimmy, who thought that now that you are well ensconced into your middle ages, now is as good a time as ever to have some of your family reflect on some specific aspects of your character that may need reminding here in the shank of middle age. The theme this year, I guess, is beauty and your beauty in particular. And that was something that Kimmy came up with, and I think it's wonderful. What a great thing to be celebrating on this great day, your beauty. And it was very sweet and thoughtful of Kimmy to put this together. Sometimes I think she is the most grounded and stable one of all of us, and which is who would have thought? So here we are um, at 53. And I know that what you probably want to hear at this phase of life is some validation of your physical beauty, which is pronounced. I would say out of all of the Sherman kids, you're probably, well, you are definitely in the upper third in terms of beauty, upper third. Um, but I would actually like to talk to you just a little bit about things I find very beautiful about you, things I've always found beautiful about you and that have been inspiring to me. And and unfortunately, perhaps for you, they have to do with elements of your character. So I just want to I want to reflect on that for a little bit because it's been important to me. One aspect of your character that has always been inspirational to me ever since I was young is your tenacity, and that's been very inspiring. I can recall being a young teenager and having you out on the carport practicing to try out for Donettes and playing the same song over and over and over again. I mean, for what seemed like weeks, you were out there practicing some kind of a dance routine, and it just went on and on. And I was just amazed at how hard you worked. And and look where it got you. Um, you taught me at that age that if you work hard enough, then anything is possible. It's not true. I've worked really hard at lots of things since that time, and not everything has come to fruition. But you set the bar high, and it was very inspiring. And I know that drove me in many ways, and it was just a great model. You were a great model to have in that regard. And another aspect of your character, which I have always found so beautiful, is your visual art. You are definitely an artist. And what I have found over the years so inspirational about your art is that I can recall you having kind of a fire of visual art ignited somewhere when you were young. And I don't know if it was taking art in high school or if it happened before then, but I do remember when I was in my early teens that all of a sudden our house started to become filled with art that you would create, visual art. And what I found over the years so inspiring about that was the fact that you weren't raised in a house where support for that kind of thing was really obvious. It might have been sort of hidden, always knowing that Grandma Ruth was an artist, was a visual artist, and having some evidence of that in our house, and also having Grandma Helen take up visual art later. Um, but you weren't. It wasn't something that was overtly cultivated in you or any of us by our parents, and and yet you pursued it, and you were good at it, and it brought you joy, and it just you were very I've always regarded you as the artistic one in the family in many ways, and that has always been very inspiring. mostly because I saw that you did it, you chose it, and you pursued it, wi- and it was something that was beyond how we were raised. And I just so again, you just inspired me to consider that as I grew up and broke the chains of of how and where I was raised, that I could pursue anything, and so I did, and you were just very inspiring that way. So I just wanted to let you know that of all your many characteristics that are beautiful here in middle age, I think those two aspects of your character are probably the most beautiful to me. And you have a generous, caring, and giving heart, and I've always known that. Um, but your inspiration regarding just diving into life has always been just very inspiring to me and very, very beautiful. So, anyway, 53, and I'm finally getting around to thanking you. So, thank you and happy birthday.